Hello, Steve White, Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. I just watched the preview for Picard episode 6. Now, last week I watched the preview for episode 5 and I was like, oh Jesus, cringe, dreading the episode, didn't want to watch it. So I said, I'm not going to watch any more previews because it's just like prolonging the torture. But I just ended up watching it. And I was kind of surprised it looks decent. We actually have like the next step is that Picard, they know where Soji is now, so they have to try and break into the Borg cube, which is in Romulan space and Romulan control. They have to break in and they have to try and get to Soji before she works out who she is, because apparently she is working out who she is. And yes, so everyone seems to want to get to her before she awakens and activates or something. So I'm not sure what is going to happen. I'm not sure where this is going. But the interesting thing with the preview, I mean, it kind of looks good. The idea they're going to the Borg cube. They're in a ship. They're trying to sneak in, and it sort of has that Mission Impossible espionage sort of thing. It's kind of okay. But the thing that was interesting was there's you hear some dialogue with Picard saying, like leave me alone, basically, like he's being grabbed and dragged off somewhere, or attacked or something. And we actually see a shot. It looks like Picard de-aged, Patrick Stewart de-aged as Locutus. So whether he's just going to have flashbacks being back on a cube, or whether somehow they're going to try and reassimilate him, or if something weird is going to happen. They've implied that, but it's very easy to put a couple of shots together in a preview and imply something that isn't in the episode at all, just to get people to watch. So, but the idea of seeing Picard as Locutus again, it's kind of like seeing Picard on 10 Forward or with Data again. It's almost worth watching the episode just to see that, but then you feel kind of desperate and manipulated and abused because you've basically watched this episode and given them a streaming view just for like a couple of shots. Like you're so hungry for some actual Star Trek that you'll like watch that. So I kind of am a little bit ashamed of myself at the moment for watching the preview and kind of being excited just because of Locutus. But I miss old Star Trek. I miss Star Trek. I miss Star Trek. I would like Star Trek. It would be nice every month, every week to like view Star Trek, and it's Star Trek. We haven't really had that for a couple of years. We've been watching this non-Star Trek, this anti-Star Trek, this trying to be Star Trek, this trying to make it Star Trek, this trying to let it be Star Trek. It's just not Star Trek. The more I've listened to other people's reviews and the more I've thought about it, I'm really upset with what they did with Seven of Nine. They turned her from a real character, a real human character who was trying to reclaim her humanity after being violated and destroyed and basically brought back to life practically. And all the real world analogies that went along with that. And she was a great character, and they've just turned her into this immoral murderer, this vigilante, who, and it's just like took her 13 years to find this person and kill them, for hiring people to find Borg and take out their implants and sell them on the black market or whatever. It was just ugly, and it's not Star Trek. It's not what I want Star Trek to be. I mean, the idea that the Federation is like this isolationist little pocket of planets, and they're not sort of out there in the galaxy helping people and policing things and sort of doing what they used to do. They're just taking care of themselves and letting other people go to hell, basically, and other planets and things, and that there's these people out there trying to fix it, but then they're doing it as vigilantes and they're doing their own vigilante justice version of it. It's not the world Gene Roddenberry created. It's not the world Star Trek has depicted. It's not a world I want to see. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be in a world where Seven of Nine has to kill someone to make herself feel better about the fact that Icheb died at her hand because he had all these implants removed. so someone could sell them on the black market, because apparently there's poor people because the universe isn't taking care of everyone, because it's just a mess. I mean, I don't want that world. I don't want any. It's just so. I'm not looking forward to the episode, but I'm feeling a bit more optimistic that at least it looks like a solid episode, and unless they try and do something with Locutus which undermines or just ruins the character, I can't envision anything going wrong with this episode. They go in, it's can we get in? Can we get in and out in time? Can we get to this character? It just looks like it might be a nice action episode of a science fiction show with Star Trek title, on it, and actors that we actually know. But the more I talk about, the less enthused I now am, because I had that moment of, oh, that looks okay. I want to see Locutus. What are they going to do with that? They could do something interesting. And then I remember, oh, this is Kurtzman Trek. As I talk about it, I'm like, my optimism and hope is fading. But I guess I'm going to go. Yeah, I saw that and I sort of was like, well, that's interesting at least. I'm going to comment on that, since I'm suddenly in a video making mood, and I'm just sort of thinking about what are all the things that I've wanted to talk about this last week, and was like, I couldn't be bothered making a video since I'm sitting here. This isn't usually how I do it. Something will make me want to make a comment, and then once I sit down to make a video, then I'm like, well, while I'm here, I may as well talk about this and this and this, and it just sort of snowballs. So I've probably got about 3 more videos in me. But yeah, I'm trying to be optimistic. I want to believe the series is going somewhere and it's going to end well, but I'm having trouble getting past what they've done with Starfleet. If they're setting it up to fix it, so at the end we have this world back, I'm fine with that. But if they're just going to kill it for some cynical sort of statement about today, they could have easily just gone to another planet and shown a Trump Brexit sort of government and shown the negative of that, what's wrong with that, all the problems with that, through allegory and all that. They could have done that. Or they could have had someone approach Starfleet and try and make them xenophobic and try and make them into what they are now, and show the resistance of that for all the reasons why you wouldn't want to become that. Just the idea that Starfleet is that now is really disturbing. And if they leave it like that and say in the future it's going to get worse and worse and worse until we get to Discovery, and God knows I'm going to do another video about Discovery, but you've all seen the images from Discovery season 3 now, I guess. I got to talk about that. But if this is where this is going, then this series is disgusting and just wrong, and I hate it. If this is its own thing and they're setting something up to fix it as an example of what not to do, what not, not how to be, and this is how we shouldn't act. We shouldn't be doing what we're doing now. We shouldn't be trumping and Brexiting and all this. We should be being, what Starfleet was, and Starfleet should be what Starfleet was, and they get back to that, that's fine, that'll work. If they don't, if they leave it like that, it's just such a horrible example, and it's not what Star Trek is, and it's just, there's no hope, there's no future, there's no inspiration. I kind of want it to all be over and just know, is this going to be salvageable, or is this the dumpster fire it looks like it's going to be? I just can't believe that it is, because I need Star Trek and I need Star Trek to be okay. But it really looks like it's not. But I'm trying not to be cynical and a hater. I'm very much on the fence. I go backwards and forwards. But I'm going to stop talking. Feel free to share, like, comment, let me know what you think. If you have any news, I love when people tell me stuff in comments that I didn't know. It's very good. Thanks, bye.